Hello, this is Dr. Wally Taylor from Forum Health, and I want to make a little presentation to tell you some tips about detoxification. So in my job as an environmental medicine doctor, I see patients that are constantly suffering from problems related to the buildup of a variety of environmental toxins, such as man-made chemicals and toxic metals like lead and mercury, among others. Now for me, I will have to start off by saying that if you talk to 10 different natural providers or functional medicine providers about detox, you'll probably hear 10 different ways to approach the problem. So I want you to know that being said, I'm just going to be talking about some of my preferred things that I talk to patients about. Now also for me, since we're being constantly exposed to environmental toxins through the air that we breathe, the food that we eat, the water and other beverages that we drink, and even what comes in contact with our skin and clothes and the items that contact our body, or anything that would be implanted in our body, such as an artificial implant or even tattoo ink in the case of getting tattoos. Detoxification should therefore not just be a one-time thing or a short, something that somebody has to go through for a period of time. For me, detoxification is actually a lifestyle and something that our bodies need to be doing 24/7, 365. Now, even though that's the case, that we want to be constantly detoxing efficiently, I will also say that there are things that we can do over the short run to significantly enhance detoxification, and that's always a good idea to be aware of that and consider that as well. So first of all, I would say that being able to detox properly basically means that we have to get our own systems of detoxification to work optimally. And those are basically our liver and our kidneys for the most part, but also when we breathe, we exhale certain toxins that are volatile, and we can even remove certain toxins from our bodies by sweating. But definitely when we urinate and defecate, those are where most of the toxins end up, in the toilet. So for me, the process of detoxification really revolves around cellular health. So if all of the cells of your body are optimally healthy and functioning normally, that's going to give you the best opportunity to detox as optimally as possible, including the liver and the kidneys. So it turns out that there's just a lot of things that we need to have optimal cellular health, and this is what we focus on with our patients. But it basically has to do with the inputs. So for cellular health, we need the optimum calories that our cells need to function. That would be the fuels that they run on. But also there are a wide variety of nutrients that our cells also optimally need. Many vitamins and mineral nutrients and other things like that. But in my practice, assuming that we're working on optimal cellular health, there are a few things that I do stress or emphasize as a way to optimize detoxification, especially at the liver and the kidney level. I would have to say that probably the first nutrient I would want to emphasize is glutathione. So many of you that have worked with me know that I stress this as probably the most important nutrient that I talk to my patients about. And remember that glutathione is a little tripeptide, or 3 amino acids, so it's a very tiny protein made up of glycine, cysteine, and glutamate. And it's made inside our own bodies. We typically don't get that much in by eating it because it's very delicate and easily broken down by the digestive process. We have to take those 3 amino acids and then build it back. About 90% of that's made in the liver. It's also made in other parts of the body. But we need glutathione, and it's used up in the process of detoxification. I actually tell my patients that I believe the entire planet, all humans, are probably at least partially deficient in glutathione. And the reason I say that is because we basically can only make glutathione at a certain rate, and for each one of us it's different. It's partly related to our genetics and our nutrition and the amount of these 3 amino acids that we have in our bodies. But Since we use up the glutathione in terms of dealing with the toxins, and since we can only make glutathione at a certain rate, I believe that in almost every case, our levels of glutathione are not quite up to the task of optimally allowing us to detoxify. So I'm always emphasizing the role of glutathione. Now, cysteine is one of the inputs. In fact, it's probably the most critical of the amino acid inputs into glutathione, and some people know that the supplement NAC, N-acetylcysteine, is valuable to support detox, primarily because it's an input into glutathione, but it has some other detoxification properties as well. So besides glutathione, there's a number of others. First of all, I would say that the processes of detoxification in the body, especially at the liver and the kidney, are very energy intensive. And by that I mean it doesn't just happen naturally. It's basically requiring an input of energy from the cells in order for the toxins to be removed. So that basically means that we're wanting to focus on ideal mitochondrial energy production. Basically, the molecule that we're after in that situation is ATP, which is the energy molecule for the cell, made by the mitochondria, which, as you know, are the powerhouse of the cell. So those are just a couple of quick things that I would stress for everybody. Mitochondrial function, so that we have enough energy in the form of ATP to run those detoxification processes, and then the role of glutathione as a key detox nutrient. Now, glutathione has some other roles in the body. It's also our master antioxidant, and that might be a subject for another little presentation. So in a future video, I'm going to keep this one short. We may talk about a few other ways that we try to optimize detox, especially over the short run. But don't forget what I said in the beginning. Detoxification is a lifelong process. It should not be considered as a brief interval of intensive work or therapy to allow the body to detox. It's just not the way the system is designed to work. I hope this is helpful. If you want to know more about optimum detoxification, I am available in my practice, for consultation to talk to people about their signs and symptoms of illness related to various toxic environmental exposures and the way to optimize your ability to detox and hopefully recover normal function and not have the symptoms of chronic illness.